Hello, hello. Let's go. It is Sunday morning in Sweden. And I thought I gonna do some analysis of the Nasdaq, the MNQ, and hopefully I will also do the gold. I haven't really traded gold last week that much. Maybe I did some trades. Yeah, I did, right? Anyway. So this is weekly chart. So what conclusion can we do with this? Well, I like to look at the bigger consolidation periods to try and find some kind of a structure failure and support. So we had a pretty long dip here, several weeks, several months in shopping range. Mid-July until October 2023. Should I lower the music a little bit, maybe? Just a faint in the background, right? Is that okay? I hope that's okay. All right. So let's do this. I really like to I mean, this is a very long from November 21 until October 22. It's a year of consolidation. This is definitely, I would say, this is a new beginning of the uptrend. So I will start fresh, trying to predict something here. So if this one, two, yeah, this is, I really would like to address some kind of wave structure here. Based on this drop, it is pretty big though. I would call this a possible wave 4 rather than this. Since we broke this structure to the downside. So either this is the complete third wave. It's hard for me to see that though. Because within this wave, we have this 1, 2, and kind of 3, 4, 5-ish. And that would lead wave 3 the shortest. And that is not valid. That's my issue here. That is my issue here. So then I'm thinking this is more the correct way. Since we respect wave 1 with wave 4, we don't surpass wave 1. The wave 3 here is the longest. It doesn't have to be the longest, as long as it's not the shortest. But that's where I get confused. Because then we have this huge rally here. So if you take the Fibonacci first, you draw to the high, to the low. And this one here acts perfectly at the Fibonacci 50. And that further strengthened my view now that this is a complete wave. And we have had this retrace from mid-February 25 to, let's say, mid-April. A little earlier. But if this is a full wave, this is a full wave. And this is a retrace. We are left with the 3 that cannot be the shortest. Then we have a wave 4 and then a wave 5. And that leads me to be very bullish. But this is the weekly. So we can have a lot of downsides as well. So this is, so this is way in the future. But I don't have history here in Topstep X. How this, that's quite annoying that I don't get that. So I probably have to go and do that analyze in like trading view or something. The history is much better there. But we will do what we have here. We anyway have this huge rally since April 25. We're now in late September. Mid-late September. So if this current upside is gonna be wave 3, I mean, yeah. You normally do the inverted of wave 1, right? To calculate approximately where wave 3 might go. And the first zone is up here. Weekly, third wave, TP1. And we don't know the trajectory of this. It can go very slow, right? But if it's slow, like this, look at this. We're a year ahead to get up here. Well, no. Oh, more than a year. We are in March 27. So you get my take, huh? The thing that this applies to me is we're in an unstable job market, and the labor market is very, it's unstable. And we had this huge push with no really good retrace. But the retrace, guys, this is the interesting thing. If this is, I mean, we just did a full wave here. So if this is wave 1 within wave 3, that is huge. We're gonna have an incoming big retrace. Let's just draw this temporarily here as a yellow. Yellow will be the internal waves of the bigger time frames. So the weekly, I have this bottom tick and bottom tick. That's the green strong support level. I mean, if we break this, we are in bearish territory, very bearish territory. Then we can go very low, very low. So I just take this, I copy this trajectory of the path, and I get this red one. That's the resistance. So I just drag it out, and it can be a potential top area for NASDAQ, but I don't know. I don't know. We have, let's take another copy of this. We're gonna do this orange, like resistance area, but maybe not as strong. Let's take this top. This top, and yeah, okay, so we have broken that, the upside here. Oh, we have a top there, so let's adjust this a little bit. We'll get this down a little bit here. Okay, so if you take that top, we have this tops. Oh, that's actually interesting. We did actually have a little bit more here. Okay, then I want to do this a little thinner to only take the wicks, not any body really. Okay, but we now ended this week with a strong body within this orange one. So where this might take us, could we end up this week just do a bit of a rally? We have 25,000 right here. We could be topping this orange here, 25,000. Could that be a beginning of wave 2 next week? To get to 25,000 ish, that's that. So if we then do, oops, then we need to take our beloved Fibonacci again. And if we take, let's say we do get 25,000. Wave 2 normally is at least 50% of a retrace of wave 1. That's normal. It could go shallower, but it could also go deeper. So I would say from here all the way down here is a possible retrace for the wave 2. And wouldn't that be matched with the current uncertain markets, that we will see some month ahead now where we see a retrace, let's say to 50 Fibonacci. I mean, it's not that far ahead. It's 3rd November of 25. And then we could have a Christmas rally that is gonna last up until March 26. And that will be the topping area of this red channel. it's just an example. I mean, wave 3 can never be the shortest, but if we have this rally, then we come into spring and summer. We have a shallow consolidation, and then we have a new rally for wave 5 to keep within the structure, or we might blow this channel to the upside. I mean, this is pure speculation, but still, I do think that the current wave is too extended right now, but I don't know where it ends. But we are coming up to a very big level, 25,000. Could that area around 25,000 be a topping area of a welcoming retrace? We could, of course, take this up in the 26,500 area. Maybe ending this. I mean, we have this space, right? And we should, if we're gonna keep on going up here in the red zone, we kind of need to step down a little bit. I think maybe late October to leave us with a retrace. If we come all the way up there, then the 50 Fibonacci is right here. That would be an even steeper. That would mean we won't get a Christmas rally this year, in my beliefs. I mean, sure, if it's a steep, let's say, oh yeah, why not? Why not? If you get up here late October, we have a November that is very bearish, and then we come into December, mid-December, early December, mid-December, down to this Fibonacci 50 here, and then we have a Christmas rally that lasts. I would probably say that this is going to be, this red zone is going to be taken out if that is the case. This is the near future I'm interested in. And the support, it's all the way down here. So we can't say that we are looking for wave 2 before we break this pivot here to the downside. That's down at 23,300. That is, yikes. It's 1,700 points in the Nasdaq. That's a huge drop. But something is cooking here. I feel something is cooking. But it could go another month easily to the upside before we are gonna be looking to the downside. This is pure speculation. This is just my thinking. We need a big retrace. Of this current wave we have been in, riding up. Okay. So we'll see. We are in a very interesting spot right now. We have top, and now we are in the top area here, 25,000. If we break that, next week and hold above next week, I could say we are probably looking to continue with some only minor retraces like this one. We could have a red week. We could have a red week and then continue up. Or 2 weeks. But if we break this, I would say we are in a bigger retracement. If we break this, we could still come up and then go down. Or it could take a long time. So this is the weekly charts. It's just a bigger picture to try and capture what trend. And we are definitely in an uptrend. Very strong one. But I can see coming weeks or months, something is cooking for a bigger retrace. So I would be prepared for that. Let's go to the daily. I don't want to mess up my chart with this. No, I'm gonna delete that. Okay, so daily. We have the weekly EMA 9 here, right below the 4-hour fair value gap. I need to check that when we get to the 4-hour if this is still valid. We have a smaller 4-hour value gap down here as well. Do we have any daily gaps? We do, right? Here. Okay, here we go. Daily gap. So that is below this week's low. That this gap is probably not going to be taken out. I strongly believe, let's see, where is this ending? Here. So we do have a gap here as well. And why do I say we have a gap? Well, because the body stopped here, up here, and this candle stopped here. So there is a gap. So depending on where we open on Asia here, we might see Asia pull down, fill this gap, and then we come up to the topping area of this. So we could see tomorrow tanking down this gap, and we have this candle. It's gonna be green though. Let's say we come up here tomorrow, and then we find a topping area here around 25,000. Let's go 25. That's a bit top up here. And then we're gonna end the day with a huge excess on this candle. We topping area, and then we go hard down here. And we create a candle body that maybe looks like, yeah, I mean, like this. That to me would signal that today we might have found the top of a coming bearish wave. If Monday looks like this, I would like Monday to be like this. We come down, we fill this daily, previous daily, a bit down, maybe 50% of this daily candle. That would be down here. And then we rally all the way up to 25,000. But somewhere on during the day, we're gonna have the exhaustion and come down to form a bearish type of candle, or we go below, which make this red. That would intrigue me even more, because that would make that we end the day lower than last Friday. This would trigger me even more to then have a week to the downside. And that could be the start of wave 2, which can be pretty deep down. I would love to see a daily candle like this on Monday. My bias will be that we're gonna go for 25,000 before I can consider shorts. And we could of course go higher. If we break this orange channel, I think we might go for this red one eventually. If Monday looks like this at the end of the day, I would love that. My bias would then be shorter term. So then on Tuesday, we will have another, maybe it goes up a bit. It could go, we should not top this. If we go above this, that would be scary. I would like a topping like this. And then we go and fill this gap. And we end the day down here. So we have a body looking like this. A strong bearish candle on Tuesday. Then we will have a gap here. I'm just speculating now, of course. I would love to see something like this. But then, yeah. So we could potentially have a gap here then that's quite big. So Wednesday could be a very hard day to trade. We could come up here. But then could be even stronger. That could be a really ugly day. Wednesday. And then we maybe have a positive. We come down to the daily EMA 25. Daily, that's gonna go up and up. It's gonna be up here in this area. If we close Tuesday or any day with a body below the daily EMA 9, that's also a bearish sign. It doesn't say we can go above again and then down, but still it's a bearish sign. So yeah, Monday I will be looking for a continuation of the up move. So I will be looking to, maybe we fill this gap, go down to 50% of this daily candle. That's pretty down, way down though. Let's take that low and high. And the 50 is all the way down here. That's pretty deep though. Pretty deep. We're gonna keep that and call that daily fib 50%. Then we can take this away. But when we go in the lower time frames, we can see if we have any good areas down here for a possible retrace. But this is the Friday candle. If we break this Friday candle to the downside, that's a bearish sign as well. I mean, it doesn't say we have a daily gap, a small one here. So we could do that, but if we hold below, that's another thing. If we come down here, I would say we are gonna wick this area to come up. That's a manipulation, but it's still a break of structure though. Okay, so potentially we could have coming down here to daily 50-ish. We create something like a candle looking like green. We end the day above previous day with wicks on top and bottom. Then Tuesday can be another full day, right? But I want to see this day become red with hopefully no wick below really, and a bigger excess candle to the top side here. Good sign for bearish continuation. I don't know. If we see strong bullish candles at the high of this orange channel top, we might continue up. We'll see. We'll see. Monday will be interesting to see how the candle closes. Very, very. That could be determined if we're gonna keep going up or looking for lower. Okay, so we go into the 4 hour. I'm going to delete that. That can be deleted as well. Where's this? I can delete that, right? What's that 50? That's another 50. Let's delete that. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's the low. Previous all-time high. Okay, it's here. And all-time highs is up there. Fine. Looks to have some... I'm gonna delete all the fair value gaps for now. Let's delete this small one, this one. Small, delete. Asia low. We don't have a new... I would say... take this up here. This is probably a US low. And you should be on the bottom as you are low. Asia high. We don't have that. So that's gonna come come tomorrow to see where that is. That's the 50 fib of the daily candle. So that's we're gonna keep. Asia low as well. We need to see. So this was prior Asia low. We could keep that down here. So nothing more really to the 4 hour. The candles are bullish on the 4 hour. We have some excess here. 60 to 88. It's only 25 points, so that's not really huge. And the green body is looking bullish. That could lead me to okay, we have actually a gap here. So this candle closed here and the body closed up here. So we do have a 4-hour gap. 4-hour gap. Or fair value gap, I call it that. So we could see Asia open, going down, take that low, then we go up, take out overnight highs. This should be a green candle. So if we open in line or gap, I don't know, maybe we gap up a little bit. That could leave this candle pretty bullish, which could then continue when UK opens. Asia low down here. We're probably not gonna take out Asia low if that is the case. We're gonna maybe just bounce here and drive for the rest of the day, right? Up to 25,000. This is when Euro ends and US opens. We drive up, we take 25,000. I would love to see this candle red though. If this is gonna be another green, and then we have a Asia open, we're gonna close it lower. This 4-hour close like this, leaving excess. Something like that I would like. So next Asia session is gonna be that we are gonna drag slowly lower. But that would not leave the daily candle bearish. That would actually make the daily candle look like this. With the body looking like this. That's not bearish. So we actually need the US to tank the market. Interesting. That will leave this. We open here, right? Ooh, that would be nice. That would be nice. So we open here with a wick here. Low, low. Asia tanks it up. Europe continues it up. US open here. We might go down, but then we go up. We make a new all-time high above 25,000 or 25,000-ish. Then we tank the rest of the day. And we end up at the low here. Daily low. This could go taking out the Asia low as well. Maybe we take Asia low with the US. That would leave this wick. And then we tank it up at the late hours of the day, but we end up here. That would leave the daily candle looking like this. That's exactly what I want to see. I love this speculation, but we have no idea. But I would like that to happen. So I will be looking to go long. If we come down here to fill this 4-hour value gap or this daily. was that fair value gap? Oh yeah, because the low was there with a body. So that's valid, yes. Alright, cool. We have a plan. The plan is I'm probably not gonna trade Asia though, because that's I'm gonna be so tired during Euro and US session if I stay up at night. So I have to see where we are. But I might pre-empty a long with a stop loss down here to look for the high for the full day. And I might take profit earlier just to see where we end up. But I firmly believe we're gonna go higher on Monday and perhaps even Tuesday before we see the drop. But if Monday, I would love to see a bearish daily candle, but who knows. But I'm still gonna be bullish on Monday. And if we top at 25 and we see a big drop from 25 and leave excess on, let's say, the 30-minute or 1 hour candle, then I will be looking to end the day even further to the downside, to go back to where we opened the daily candle maybe. So that could be a trade at the end of the day. We begin the day bullish, depending how Asia and Europe respond, of course. And then maybe at the later during US session, we find that the trend looks to be very exhausted up here. We just take the stop loss at the previous high to look for a trade down to maybe Asia low, to take out Asia low. That could be a trade the late of the day. Well, we'll see. We have to wait and see how Monday looks. That's the trade idea though. I'm probably gonna stay up to see where Asia opens, and then I place some contracts down here around 24,830-ish area. Maybe the I would say 830 area with a stop loss around 800, little lower than 800. That's 30 points, so I can't go that heavy. I am only in a combine though, so I can go a little more aggressive. Let's see. I need to take out my Excel sheet of the that was the wrong one. Uh, 30. So 4 micros is $240 for 36. So maybe I could. How many ticks is this to the upside? 150. So let's say we go at least 120. Maybe 100 at least. 100 ticks. To complete my combines, I need to go in with 8. So I'm risking $500 to make 1,500. That's 3-to-1 trade, right? What if this comes down lower here? 50 Fibonacci 50. I would hate that. I would hate that. Now I'm just being silent and thinking, where's my stop? So let's leave this. We go into the 15 minute. Look where this trade is gonna be. So let's see. We have this retrace here. Boom. That's a nice one. So I would assume that this should be the first. And no, it can be. Can actually be the second wave. But this is 5, and then we rallied this. No, it should be this, right? But that's all the way down to 24/7. One, two. We shouldn't really go below this pivot here. We really shouldn't. So maybe we do 39 points. That's 40 ticker with 8 contracts. That's $640. That's pretty. Yeah, that's maybe too much. That is maybe too much. 30, 50 Fibonacci is here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. I do think we might go higher. This candle, this wave structure looks to me we're gonna continue up a bit more before we see any downside. Look at this. This is, oh my god, this is, so if this is wave 1, that's why I love Fibonacci so much. So the zone on this wave up is around this area, and this wave might also be one within this wave. So we have the same area as this wave, but they are, this is higher and higher low from that, but it's in the same area. So we might open Asia and go up in this zone. If that is wave 3. But then we're gonna do a wave 3. That's gonna be a short wave 3 if that's true. Okay. So then we have a wave 4. We're not gonna fill this fair value gap yet. It's pretty shallow. And then we go up. This might be extended or not. We don't know. We end up with the 5th wave somewhere here. Possibly. Let's say we go I mean, it's hard when you just speculate like this. Then it's 1, 2, 3. Then the real wave 4 should not be we come back to all-time highs to go higher, then we're gonna come up in this area here. Before we actually have the real pullback. So Asia could drive us up here in, wait, what? We are up at 25,000 up here. Look at the trajectory of this. It's going here, right? This is the current trajectory of this wave structure here. So this is a topping area in Europe. Damn. So maybe I need to try and get in way faster here. If I want to be a part of this up move, we might not see a retrace. Maybe I enter here at the bottom low of this 4-hour fair value gap. With a stop loss. Above this pivot. This structure at 40 points. 40 points. But if we go to 25, that's 150. So let's calculate 150 points in the Nazi. I only need 5 micros. Then I would be risking 400 to make 1500. And we could do more than 150 tomorrow. If we want to drive a little bit above. 25,000 is 160. So that could easily finish my combines. If you're just gonna drag, moving higher on Monday, of course we need to see the structure, and so this could go a little bit higher, then we create a pivot here to then go higher. So we could then move the stop loss to this pivot. We trail the stop loss to pivots that I don't see us breaking. Looking at the RSI though, we are very topping here. But the 5 minutes is at the bottom, so that's why I think Asia will actually drive this a little bit up. This could be the end up here though, at 24,912-ish. That's still a lot of if I would take out the trade here, that's still a 1 to 2 trade with about 75 ticks in the win. That's probably a valid exit. That this is going to be up here. And then we have a retrace, create a pivot, and we go a bit higher. So we have to start from here, there, 3, 4, 5-ish. And from here we do see a retrace. Who knows? Who bloody knows? And then we see a push. This is still the very early. This would bring Asia to this level. Asia would bring it up here. In this level. So I might completely miss this move. Maybe Asia could bring it down to take me in. I need to have this. Then otherwise I need to wait and see where Europe. Hopefully Asia is gonna take profits, and we see this retrace during the early mornings, choppy area. It's gonna be a chop area, and then we go into Asia close, and when Europe is gonna start waking up, they're gonna drive this continue up. If this is 1 within this wave, we have gone to the extension 2 here, so this is a valid. The current here is a valid retrace of a wave 4. Which could take us up here, but that's wave 3. Then we have wave 4. Let's see this wave come up here. Wave 4. Then I'm not gonna be in this trade. Wave 4 could come down all the way down here though, but most likely it will just be a short to then seek a bit higher here. And then Asia ends, and we have some consolidation. And Europe, early morning when I wake up, could be the low to trigger me in the long. The question is, do I want to risk and try getting a trade here? Like that's a riskier move. That's a 2-to-1 trade. That's fine though, isn't it? Take 60 points in Asia. If we come down here, stop loss is 30. This is gonna be a smaller trade. So four micros. take us up here. Top. Only 4 micros. Because then I could lower my risk on this Europe trade. Complete the day with less micros if we go up. Or I keep the same and end the day earlier. This could be a valid trade. Sure, and then we go and wait for Europe to have this play down here to go long. Long. So 40. That's 320. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna take this trade with this stop loss. 40 ticks with 4 micros and look for 24.915-ish. That's a 1.5 ratio return trade. It's not the best, but still, I think this is pretty good risk over reward because I don't see this coming to take out this pivot. But then I'm gonna do this as well. I'm gonna add in maybe I need to do this. Maybe I need to do this. Keeping this pivot. That's a 56. That's a lot of dollars. Adding 4. Go in the trade here with 4. 8, 24, 850s, 52. And if it comes down lower to 84.35-ish, I add 8. And in that case, I'm risking a lot to get about a 1-to-1 trade. I think it's a valid trade for sure. That's what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should only go 3 micros. I don't know. I think 4. 4, add 4. To go up in 24.900-ish during Asia. And then we wait. I mean, I'm gonna wake up somewhere around here and I'll see where the price is at that time. It might not be down here, it might be up here, you know? Okay, that is Nasdaq, and pretty good trade ideas in my opinion. Pretty solid. I'm not even sure I want to trade gold. During Friday, it had a rally up. Go into weekly. I'm gonna delete this. Fib TP1 I've set there. We have some. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna delete this fair value gap. This is lower than 2 weeks below, so that's, we have a lot of unfinished business in gold down here. But looking at this structure, I think we're gonna reach this topping area in gold. So that is also probably, yeah, I don't know. We are gonna go in this area, yes, but that doesn't say we could end up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday having a slight correction down here. Seeking lower. Maybe filling some of these gaps. Monday, Tuesday, and then we can see price come up here. So gold is it's very hard right now. It is. We are gonna adjust the weekly and the weekly EMA 25 hasn't moved. It's basically, yeah, it's at the same. Daily, what can we do here? It's not very much happening here. This is up here at 83.4. And the EMA 25 at 99.2. So we are holding EMA 9 on the daily. Very nice here. Look at this. What a candle. Yeah, I was looking for this short actually. Possibly. If we want to, we had 2 days of drawdown here. So a possible continuation would be this wick up and continue down with a strong body. We had this wrong to the upside instead. So with this reversal here, wow, that's looking very strong actually. We could come down and create a strong Monday. Strong Monday candle. And continue up for the rest of the week here. Or at least Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday might be a wick doji candle-ish at Fib TP2 here. Gold is actually could be a very nice trade. Let's see. What do we do? Weekly high? Yes, correct. Previous day low. I don't know about that. Asia low, Asia low. Yeah, let's go to the 4-hour. Did we have any day fair value gaps? We do have we do have daily. This daily ended here, and this. Do we even have a wick? Oh my god! Look at this. We ended the day with no wick to the upside. That is unusual. We have a daily value gap. So we might end up Asia peaking and going lower. I need to check this channel. This could be a potential support for a long. That would actually look very nice. We come down here and we wick higher. Take out the weekly high. Up in this fib TP area. That would be, we open in line or lower. Maybe we open a little lower or higher. I don't know. Anyway, this candle can end up very bullish. It's gonna be a fat finger candle. We can end up something like it. Very bullish candle on Monday. To dip by here at the support with pretty, I would say pretty. You could have a. We have this area though. Ooh, actually, that's a pretty huge area. Look at all these wicks, wick. It's actually a pretty decent. Area where you could find this go all the way down here in this channel, but then go up. So we might need, if you're gonna enter here, we might need to cover it below the daily. Yikes. I would say keep it firmly tight. If we drop much lower than this support, we're probably gonna go down in this support area here. So then we look for a new opportunity to take a trade down here. This is the tricky part, where you find a good support. And I mean, if this green holds as support, we can come all the way down here. But I don't see that, do we? That would be an insane drop. Ending a daily candle like this, I would like to say, we come and fill this daily gap, and then shoot up. Maybe wick a little bit down here. A $10 drop in gold. Pretty substantial. $12 drop. 3 micros, that's $360. This little. What we're looking for is to break weekly high and come up in this area though. That's a good trade. I mean, 3 micros in gold doing a $40 rally, that's $1,200 with a risk of 360. This is a good trade though. This is a valid trade with a risk. Let's measure the 50% of this daily candle. Then we end up here. Daily fib 50%. So this is a possible area to find support at. We are right in the middle of this wiki area. So we might have to cover all the way down here. It's still a 1 to 2, so maybe you have a $21 drop. It's gonna cost. It's gonna be expensive. Very expensive. I still see it as a valid. So 400 to make 800 is a valid trade. It's a 1 to 2. So we could only go in with 2 micros. You go in with 2 micros here. With this stop loss. If we see price go to this area, daily 50 fib, I would add 2 micros here. Most likely. That would give an average here, which give this trade a very good look. But at 3,700-ish level, I'm gonna go 2 micros to the long side. 2 micros, $40 is 800. That's a good one. It's a good trade idea. Ending the week like the day Friday like this. That's a 3-bar reversal. Boom. A retrace up higher. Probably gonna go higher though. $50 is not impossible. Very possible. I'm gonna look for a $40 push. That was quite easy to find a decent trade. So this current support, well, it's not really that good, is it? We need more candles. Let's make it a little better. Need more candles. Wick, 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 wick. That is a better. So maybe this is gonna be a push down in this area. That's a 17 drop. Still only gonna risk like 2 micros. That's $340 to make the high $42. That's over 800. That's a good trade. Really good trade. For the day. This is a trade for the day. That's what we have to do. Keep to our bias and the trade idea. Stick to it. Forget the money. Just stick to your plan If it fails, it fails. You had an idea, you took the trade idea, and I think that is a valid structure. Would look really, really well for this to come up a little bit, and then we see a drop, leaving a wick here to then rally up. And we are gonna be in that wick. Is that wick gonna go and take us out? It could, but we are only gonna lose 340 if that happens. That's a good chunk of money, but still, I value the risk over this reward. So 3,700. That's a really good target, maybe, to go long. With a stop below at 3,685. And whatever risk you can take, and the profit is to go into the highs. If we take these highs, we're probably during the later session of the day gonna go up in this area to take. You could take probably $10 more, if not more. $10 to $20 more if we break these highs. Just wait and let the trade run even further. So currently very bullish on gold. This high it looks like a liquidity grab for a bigger drop, and it can be. We just took out the highs and then went lower with a big candle to the downside. So we could be looking at a move like this as a correction. That's why you need to manage your risk, because this is a valid trade as well. Look at this support, resistance, and then it became support, and this support could validate. I mean, we had a huge rally in gold. Huge rally. And the current retrace, this small, this little, for this move, no way. No way. This made a low of this. So if this is a retrace, it's a retrace. This retrace is only, it's less time. It's a smaller retrace than this. This is a longer period of time, but it's not as deep as this. When you saw the weekly, the daily, and the 4-hour candle here, we only see green here. And we know when gold wanna go, it goes. But this is also, we could more likely see this, or it could go, I don't know. This looks like an ABC. a little bit hard. Yeah, this is hard to find, but it could be. This could be an ABC kinda, and then we have the B leg coming up here, and then we have the C leg to go and take out this low. I don't see this as a valid. It's not a way 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since we broke this pivot high here, I would say if we go down here, this support is probably a decent trade opportunity here to go long. But that would mean maybe on Tuesday. Tuesday we go up. But my trade right now is I hope we find a wick down in this area. Maybe find this support to then go up and take out the highs. And if I wake up in the morning and price is up here at the highs, yeah, I missed the trade. It's nothing more I can do. Well, that's gonna be it for me. I think we did a pretty good analyze of potential of both NASDAQ and gold. Gold was a lot faster to decide, but I can see this coming lower as well. Looking back in time, we have so much liquidity to grab down here, but I do think before we go down in this area down here, we probably are gonna take out this channel top. We have taken it. Oh, it doesn't show. It's loading. Anyway. And that is from this consolidation right here. This Fibonacci inverted top to bottom gave me a possible target up in this red zone, which come in line with this bigger trend channel. So we'll see. But if we come up here this week we might end up here. If we continue this uptrend, choppy up here, I can see us this week up at this channel top. But that's where I would be cautioned to actually consider maybe scaling out of gold if you're heavily invested in gold on the long term, to look for a retrace, a bigger retrace. Anyway, I can't do any financial advice. I am not the guy for that. But I had some trade ideas on NASDAQ and gold. That's what I'm gonna stick to. And then we see how the week unfolds. So have a great continued weekend. See you on Monday. Bye-bye.